Hey y'all, it's Addy Ford, your host of the Cowgirl Closet podcast, and welcome back to this week's episode. The Cowgirl Closet podcast is a worldwide ranch production brought to you in part by Mule Alley. You can explore Mule Alley's curated collection of tastemakers, artisans, and trailblazers from anywhere. Simply download the free Fort Worth Stockyards app at the App Store or Google Play. I also want to thank our friends at AB Lino for allowing us to film in their beautiful custom clothing boutique in downtown Fort Worth. They truly align with our podcast by helping everyone wear their story. And lastly, I want to say thank you to Fort Worth Camera for helping us solve all of our lighting, camera, and print needs. So before we jump into this week's episode and sit down with the one and only Jordyn Prado, it's now time for Addy's favorite trends of the week. Starting off strong, if y'all have been following this podcast since the beginning, you might recognize my good friend, Miss Shannon. Shannon was an amazing co-host whenever we were first getting started. So if you don't know her and you want to get to know her, make sure to go back and watch from the beginning. But Shannon has been working at Wessa this week. So she has been throwing the best Western fits. I'm so proud of her. I wanted to pull this one because I saw her yesterday and I thought that she absolutely killed this outfit. So starting from the top with Miss Shannon, she is just wearing a black cowboy hat. I'm pretty sure she actually got it at Wessa. Just a classic accessory that sets the tone for the Western vibe. Really, pulls it all together. She's wearing a blue denim sleeveless button-up crop top. It's fitted with front buttons, giving a casual yet chic look. She's wearing a cream maxi skirt that looks like it's silk. It's flowy and simple, serving a very natural base, which I think really goes well with this whole entire outfit. It pulls it all together and keeps it simple until she accessorizes it, which she did very good at. And by that, I'm going to move on to her belt. It's just a wide decorative belt. It's black with silver conchos and a large oval buckle, worn slightly loose and slanted for a stigma effect. I think Shannon really did a great job at styling this outfit. She paired the black hat and the black belt with her black boots. Overall, I think Shannon really killed this outfit. Sorry, Shannon, love you. She could have added a little more jewelry, but you know me, I'm a jewelry girl. And overall, though, even without the jewelry, I think, she absolutely killed it. So I'm a proud friend right now. Moving on, I stole this from Instagram. I really love this outfit too. I've mentioned this before, but I'm a big leather fan. I've also mentioned that I don't like anything super long on me, but the girl in this outfit, I really do like her skirt because it's asymmetrical. So starting from the top, she's wearing a black wide brim cowboy hat. It's a classic Western accessory. Love it. I like mine too, by the way. She's wearing a white graphic t-shirt. It's featuring a rodeo or Western themed design. Casually tucked in too. She's wearing a black leather asymmetrical maxi skirt. Looks to be high-waisted with a thigh-high front slit for a sleek, edgy twist. I'm a very edgy girl. She has her statement buckle on, or her statement belt. Just a double buckle design in black and gold. Love the black and gold too. If you're watching, I'm wearing black and gold. So I love that. She can't go wrong with it. But it's just adding bold detail and structure to the whole entire outfit. Overall, she did very, very well with that. And she just paired it with some black knee-high cowboy boots. I don't have any corrections with this girl's outfit. I really, really love that she paired, her little punchy twist to this whole entire garment. I love it. Really love how she styled it. So 10 out of 10 for me. Moving on to the last outfit for my favorite trends. Overall, I do like this outfit too. I really don't have any other corrections besides it is very plain. Definitely needs something else, more jewelry, maybe a hat like the other two girls had on, and maybe some knee-high boots and not the boots that hit the calf. But here we go. So starting off, she's just wearing an oversized brown distressed leather jacket. It's a loose fit, adding a rugged lids in vibe. I do like that, and I love the fit of the jacket and how big it is. She's wearing just a basic light gray t-shirt. It's simple and tucked in for a laid back feel. She paired that with black high-waisted denim shorts. Pretty casual. I do like that. I'm actually also wearing, I guess these are kind of gray, but can't go wrong with black denim shorts. And then she has brown cowboy boots. Like I said, I would have put on knee-high boots with this outfit, but I really, really overall do like how casual and laid back this outfit is. But like I said, you know, the more, the better. So definitely adding some jewelry or maybe throw on a hat or something like that. So yeah. If you would like me to review or go over any of your outfits, or if you want to be featured on an episode of the Cowgirl Closet podcast, make sure to go to our Reddit at r/the Cowgirl Closet podcast to join a community of Western girls who love everything Western fashion. Jordyn, welcome to the Cowgirl Closet podcast. I'm so excited to have you as a co-host today.
It's so good to be here. I'm excited.
Yeah. So let me ask you, where are you coming from? I know we have a lot of people come and drive from who knows where.
I started my journey out yesterday after work in Uvalde, drove from Uvalde to Stephenville, and then from Stephenville over this morning.
So do you ever, since you said Uvalde, do you ever float the Frio?
I do. We do very often, or as often as we can. We also, since we are in Uvalde, the Nueces is right there. So we'll go to the Nueces after work, and all the girls will get together, and then while we're really wanting to hit the river, we'll go to Concan.
That's so fun. My family, we always go to Concan to float the Frio. It's our favorite vacation spot ever. And we go, this year was like year 14. Yeah. So I love it there. So that was, when you said you're from Uvalde, and I was like, that, yeah, we can relate, kind of.
Love the hill country.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there. So beautiful. So whenever you first walked in, the first thing I noticed was your outfit. And I think it's too cute not to show everybody. We haven't done this before, but I really need you to stand up and just like show what you're wearing.
Okay.
It's so cute. And make sure you get the shoes. I love the shoes.
Here's the fit, all right? Ventura Boutique, Never Ending Threads, the closet, my closet. I think these pants are actually from like Walmart. And then the moment for the shoe.
My favorite piece of your outfit.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, very comfy cash.
But a little bit extra popped in there.
Yeah, you killed it. It's definitely, I'm going to take this outfit and I'm going to wear it for one of the episodes.
Go ahead.
You're my inspiration.
Give you all the links.
Please do. Seriously. And the pants. Love it so much. So cute. So back to like kind of you being here in Texas from today. I understand you grew up in Wyoming and then made the move to Texas. Can you give us a little bit more information about that and like what encouraged you to move to Texas, I guess?
Yeah, I did my time in Wyoming. Of course, it'll always be home. That's definitely where my little heart will always belong. But I told my mom when I was younger that I was going to move somewhere that the wind didn't hurt my face when I walked outside because it was so cold. And I've kind of always had the South on my mind and like Texas on my mind. I mean, we grew up with old Westerns. One of my horses' name was Dallas. Like,
oh, that's cute.
You know, so I made my way down. I wanted to learn more about training horses in a more fancy class. And so I got a job with some cunning horse trainers and came down this way, and it was all from there.
Yeah. Where all have you lived in Texas?
I joke around with my family a lot about this. My Oma actually has like 2 pages of addresses for me.
Oh, gosh.
I told her when I finally get married and settle down, she's going to have to frame it.
Seriously?
Yeah. But I moved to Weatherford. I've lived in Springtown. I made a quick jump over to Mississippi at one point working for a trainer. And then I went to like Rockport.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A little bit. Went from Rockport to Lakey and then Lakey to Uvalde and just kind of have stayed in that area for the past 2,
How long
4
ago
years.
did you live in like the Springtown area? I'm from Decatur, so it's right down the road.
I was there in about 2021.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
And then Mississippi and all the things.
Yeah, well, and the Mississippi and all that came first.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that you lived in Lakey, though. There's nothing there either.
I know, but I love it. I mean, I'm from a small town, and I think some people are just small town people forever, and I don't really like the concrete jungle that much.
That's like Dallas is a concrete jungle for sure.
Yeah.
Tell me if it has, but did the move from Wyoming to Texas like change you at all?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely grew more as a person. Got to see a whole lot more, got to learn a whole lot more about life. It definitely gave me a different perspective on a lot of things, and definitely opened my mind a lot more than it would have been just staying in Wyoming. I think everybody needs to move away from their hometown at least once in their life. You can go back, just like, leave.
Get out, and especially while you're young.
Go see the world and learn something. I mean,
I agree.
Ignorance isn't bliss.
Yeah.
Go learn something.
I will not live in paradise my whole life. Maybe come back and raise kids there, but while I'm young, I want to move somewhere and experience life. Yeah.
Go see, do.
So what was life like for you as a kid living in Wyoming?
Cold. Real cold up
I've never
there.
even been to Wyoming, so.
It was good. Life was good. There's stuff that happens when you're a kid and it shapes you into the person you are today, but a lot of hard work was instilled in me. We worked, I've been working since I was like 9, As soon as you can do something, you were doing something. And just, I think this generation has lost a lot of that. And hard work is hard to come by in some of these folks.
It really is. And
the work ethic is not.
It's not like what it used to be. It's because people don't have to work as hard now.
Yeah.
Because we have phones. And I think that has a lot to do with it all. So, Jordyn, for anyone who's just now meeting you for the first time, so anyone who's watching, how would you describe yourself in a few words?
I used to say this all the time at home, but I'm just not broke for town.
Yep.
Not broke for town. Very loving, huge heart, kind of give off like a little bit of black hat energy, but like I promise I'm nice. I'm not much of a city person. I'm cool to visit. I'm not cool to stay. Not broke for town.
Yeah, I can see that for you, for sure.
Yeah.
And you are really sweet. Since I've known you, you've been great.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So your grandpa had a no freeloaders rule when it comes to horses. How did that shape the way you approached work and life?
Well, you just kind of had to grit your teeth, but it made a whole lot of sense, and with everything that I've learned, if I would have just had those horses chasing barrels every day and like doing the same thing every day, like that's why some of them act out, and be a jack of all trades, so am I. So I hope that you know how to work cows and you can go chase Kens later. But no freeloaders is huge in our little family circle.
Were you pretty close with your grandfather?
Yeah, I was.
Yep. Do you think that work ethic has carried into your creative career now?
I would say yes, especially when I take on like clients of my own. You can't just be lazy about it, and we all have rough days and rough weeks. You have to keep going.
Yeah. You're being very inspiring right
Sorry.
now. No, it's great.
Sharks die if they stop swimming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all land sharks, so
100%.
you gotta keep going.
So back to like the moving from Wyoming, you moved to Texas at 19 with just $500 in your pocket. That's a big leap. What gave you the courage to do that?
So I was 20 when I came down. I was 19 and I lived in like South Dakota, but I was 20 when I came down. And I had like $500 in my
That is so
pocket.
scary.
But I had a plan, and I probably wouldn't have done it if I didn't have a plan. I had, a place to live, work set up, and everything. So, definitely scary. But it was me, $500, 5 totes, 1997 Chevy S10, and my dog.
That
we
is
just
such
loaded
a
up
story.
and-
You said it was the day after Thanksgiving?
Yep.
You said, see ya.
Yep,
And now,
it was the day
look where you're at. That's
No,
awesome.
yeah. And sometimes it really just is like crazy to stop and think about how far I've come since then, and also just like, okay, I live in Texas. Like this is still my life.
Yeah. On that note, like, what was the hardest adjustment going from Wyoming to
First of all,
Texas?
y'all drive.
I love the way we
Crazy.
No, I was in Oklahoma the other weekend, and that made me so frustrated.
What,
the speed
that
limits are
nobody
crazy slow. That made me mad. Here we drive like 85 miles. So if
No,
you're watching,
yeah.
Mom, sorry. Like I can get to Fort Worth pretty quickly.
Somehow I adapted very quickly with the driving. I'm very good at that now. But that was a lot, having 6 lanes and grow up on a 2-lane. So that was wild. But and the people, you know, I mean, you got quite the characters down here, good and bad.
I'd have to agree. A lot are good. I think people here, at least in Fort Worth, are very, very nice. And like once you get out to like Springtown and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like Paradise.
I haven't met a whole lot of not nice folks down here.
Well, on the other hand though, you do have some characters.
Yeah, some characters for sure. No, but I don't know. Oh, and the heat.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wyoming's freezing, and I was gonna ask you that.
Honestly,
why did you want to come melt?
Like I would love to melt. Have you ever been in negative 25 degrees?
No, I haven't.
Like,
the closest I've been to negative 25 degrees would be snowboarding in Colorado.
No, I mean like our winter was like a week, 2 weeks, and I think we made it to. I think down there, I think we made it to negative something at one point, but it doesn't stay in the negatives. And I was like, this is great.
This is great.
This is nice.
But then it's like, what's today? Friday? And I melted walking from the parking garage. I know. If I'm by water, yes, put me in the heat all day long. But if I'm on a walk, whenever I'm dressed up,
but I can't deny that I'm ready for some colder weather.
Like fall.
Yes, fall is my favorite.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So when did you get that, like, okay, I'm really glad I did this moment after moving?
There's actually been a few
let's hear about
throughout the whole journey. I mean, it's been quite the journey. I think I've lived like 5 lifetimes in the past 5 years. But there was one time my friend Kinsey and we went down to the coast, and I took a video actually, and we were driving to dinner or something after being on the beach, and the sunset was beautiful, and I just like had this realization of like, this is your life, like and you did this, like, and you made it, and you're gonna be okay, and like this is probably the best decision you've ever made in your life. And I saved that video so that I could remember it. And I've had a few other times like that where I'm like, okay, like this is actually really cool. Like, especially when I go home and visit, you know, I see everybody, and it's just
we still look
it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same as when I left. You know, there's a few things that are different, but I'm like, whoa, I'm so glad that I got out of here.
At a good age too. Like you had to grow up on your own, which I think that's a great life thing to do for anybody.
It was hard. I mean, there's things that I would change if I could, you know, just to like maybe not be so hard. But I guess I needed to learn those lessons, and I don't think I'd change it now. I mean, I kind of like myself.
Yeah.
Finally.
Finally. I'm still getting there. No, I'm just kidding. So you've gone from cowboying to social media and marketing.
Yeah.
And now to modeling in UGC creation. Mm-hmm. How did that transition happen?
It kind of all happened at once. I've been in the social media game for probably like 10 years now or so.
What got you wanting to like do in social media? Just
I don't really know. I think it was just kind of that age, and Instagram was huge. It was like Kylie Jenner, you know, 2016, 2015, 2016, and everything.
And you're like, I'm pretty, might as well.
Oh, yay. And then it kind of just started rolling, and I was like, oh, whoa, like this is crazy. And I never really thought about it a whole lot, especially when I moved down here. But like in the stockyards, I got recognized, and I was like,
that's cool.
Weird.
Yeah.
I forget that y'all see this stuff. And it was just, I don't know, it kind of snowballed because I was still doing my social media my own while I was doing all the cowboying and stuff. I mean, I went and day worked for a month or two, like at some point. I mean, and I was still cowboying. If you would have told me then that I was doing what I'm doing now, she would have laughed at you.
Yeah.
She would have been like, that's so funny. That's a great joke. But now I put down the cowboying because I was like, I want to make money. And
you don't make much money doing that.
I mean, you know, you can.
You can.
But
I mean, it's sun up, sun down.
Being alone in a different state, no backup plan, you gotta make some money. You know? And like that's all I've ever wanted since I was small, is to be successful. So I knew I had to make some sacrifice to get to where I was going and where God's purpose was for me. And it'll come back around, you know, when the time is right. But right now, I'm just trying to build a little empire.
So you don't like rope at all anymore?
Mm.
No.
No, I
Do you
haven't,
miss it?
I haven't rode anything. I haven't had horse flesh in like a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah, wild. That's actually probably a big transition too. That was really hard for me to not have my horses.
Do you miss it though? Like,
Oh yeah, I mean every day, and it's really hard to find a different hobby when that was your entire
your whole life growing up?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I danced for 13 years. I did ballet and stuff too, but that was not the same as the peace that like my horses would bring me, and it's just a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
So to not have that was really hard to, but it's okay. We're good.
that got kind of sad.
Sorry.
Wow, that got deep for a
Sorry,
minute.
guys.
No, hey, it's
like,
part
I
of
mean,
it.
it'll come back around, you know. And I still have my good friends, and they're still
You're not like
and rodeoing.
completely
So
out
I'm
of
not
the
like out.
Yeah.
I'm just not in as
doing
deeply
it.
as I
Mhm.
was.
Yeah, because you mentioned like what you're gonna go to like a little rope in or something later
Yeah,
or tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Love rope.
I'm gonna go see everybody.
Yeah. What lessons from ranch life have you carried into your work now?
It's tough, but it's tougher if you don't do it. And some things are not nearly as bad as you think. You just got to do it anyway.
Mhm.
It's just, I mean, it's just that way. It's just grit.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know, just keep going and figure it out.
Yeah, I feel like you've always kind of been like that. I
Yeah.
barely know
Yeah.
you, but like just like from you
Just
telling
figure it out.
stories, like leaving at 19 with $500 or 20
Mhm.
with $500, like you had to work hard. You didn't have a choice.
So, but yeah, I mean, and sink or swim.
Do you see yourself as more of a creative, a businesswoman, or both?
I would say both. I think one of my favorite things is to go and talk to some of my acquaintances back in Uvalde and talk business and some things that could happen around Uvalde. That would be great. I love talking business with people who are business minded. I've always got ideas of what to do, what we could do. But I think creativity brings a lot into that as well. I mean, because you can have a business mind, but are you thinking about everything?
Yeah.
And like, I think about it all, especially being in social media and marketing, you know, even the finest details are
Amazing.
some of the biggest things.
Yeah. 100%. And people don't realize that about
Yeah.
social media, like how much
what's
work
the
goes
market?
into it.
Yeah, like what's the market down here? What's missing from this town? Oh, this is missing. That's a market we're missing out on, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just, I think it coincides, definitely.
I can tell I think you're a really strong thinker whenever it comes to being a businesswoman.
and I
You're really good
think
at it.
Just the past few years, that's really changed with the people that I've worked for. I mean, they've taught me a lot, and I will forever be grateful to them. Being surrounded by such successful people has definitely changed the way that I've looked at things and the way that I present myself and stuff like that. Because I mean, I just used to be this like loud little like hooligan. Like
I think
and
we've
I'm
all been
still
there,
fun,
though.
But I was just like, oh man, I
Yeah.
could never now.
I need to grow out of that phase. I still have my hints
I
of
have
that.
my moments.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
That's really all you need,
You
I guess.
can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
Completely.
It's who you are. No, I'm just
Mhm.
kidding. How would you describe your personal style?
Well, it's definitely changed. I mean, I used to just wear my cinched jeans and some Vans all the time, which I mean, that's still a go-to. Some denim and like Converses or Vans.
I think you're
it's
punchy.
a little more of like a little ranchy punch grunge something or other. I mean, if I like it, I'll wear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's definitely changed over time.
And was that like with the move from Wyoming to Texas, or just like growing up in general and like your style just overall
I mean,
changing?
I had a whole emo phase when I was a kid, but like, I mean, so the style has changed many times, but it's definitely changed since I've been down here and just kind of like, you know, saw the world.
Mhm.
And there's so much more to the fashion industry than
Just wear your cinched
Your
jeans
boots.
every day and
Yeah.
all the things.
yeah. And I
Okay.
mean, I used to like, I mean, it really opened my eyes down here because up at home, we would kind of make fun of girls. Not really make fun of them, but you know,
It's
like,
okay. You can say
you're like
make fun of it.
you're what are you doing, you know, like, but I think it's so cool how welcoming the Western industry has gotten, because like even the little cowgirls get to wear cute stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I think there was like a weird little thing about it for a long time, but now I'm like, this stuff's cool, man.
This sounds cool, man.
This stuff's cool. This is fun.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about Western fashion compared to mainstream styles?
I think what's funny is that you can take a lot of mainstream styles and make them Western.
I was so hoping you were going to say that. You can really make
because-
anything you want Western.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you had a little turquoise, you had a hat, you had some silver. I mean, you're good to go.
And just like that, you're Western, you're wearing stilettos.
I mean,
like, it's
you had
perfect.
your belt and stuff in. I mean, I don't know, but I do love the way that the Western fashion has evolved over the past few years and bringing a little more like
I love it.
streetwear in. I think that's so fun. I mean, I've got
I
all
hope
kinds
that
of
never
streetwear.
leaves either.
no, I hope not either, you know. I mean, I know a lot of girls that rodeo and I love that like there's no longer a stigma like you have to look this way or else you're actually not a cowboy.
Okay. Yeah.
But like I think that's such a wild thing,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm glad that
I am too.
that it's
And-
kind of intertwined and coming together.
And it's cool too to like see it because I've seen it evolve on like social media even,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
that makes me want to dress more
anybody
like that.
remember chevron maxi skirts?
Oh heck, that was like Vans and stuff. Oh, that was a face.
That was a time to be alive.
100%. I don't even remember.
16?
Yeah, I was like, how old was I then?
Probably 15.
Well, how old were you?
I was 16 and 16.
Then yeah, I was 15. I definitely went through that phase.
They're like romanticizing being a teenager in 2016, and I'm like, we're not that old. Calm down.
Exactly. Please don't get there.
We're fine.
So, have you had any shoots or brand collaborations that have been especially meaningful to you?
Oh, I mean, I think all of them are pretty special. I'm just glad to be a part, you know, and to be able to model for different companies and brands. I just recently I've done 2 shoots for Ideal Wind, Miranda Lambert's brand.
That's so cool.
And one of my best friends is my photographer. Her name
That's
is
good,
Yesenia
yeah.
Bailey, and she is amazing. I mean, you're comfortable behind the camera. She's your biggest hype man, and every time we get done, we've created some kind of magic. And she like, I don't know who she takes pictures of because when I see those pictures, I'm like, no way, that's me. But definitely Ideal Wind for the past like 2, I think the last 2 big shoots were with them. And I think she's pretty cool, especially because she comes from Ingram. Yeah, I mean, that was a good one. I'm trying to think of some other ones I've gotten, but there's been quite a few, but that one really
That
sticks
seems really
out.
cool. And I really like that you're so close with your photographer because
I
she
love
is your
her.
friend. That makes it a lot easier.
I love her so much. I wish you, Yesenia, if you see that.
You're going to really like the new Fort Worth Stockyards app. It's everything you need right at your fingertips. See what's happening in real time, which means you'll never miss another cattle drive, happy hour, sidewalk sale, or your favorite band again. You can also use the app to buy show tickets, pay for parking, reserve a table, and even book a room. So saddle app, y'all. It's free, it's fun, it's the Stockyards. Download the app today at the Apple Store or Google Play.
Okay, Jordyn, so I kind of want to switch it up a little bit here. If you go to your Instagram, you can tell that you're really huge, like into your faith. So how has that guided you through, you know, the unknown life?
Well, I want to say, first of all, God is good all the time.
All the time, baby.
And some people, you know, you stray. And I definitely was astray for quite a while. I mean, I am that one out of the 99 that he came and
Saved.
saved.
Yeah.
I mean, he really just picked me up right out of a pit. I was raised very heavily Catholic, church, catechism, all of it, the whole 9 yards. And so I had a very strong faith instilled in me. And I believe that that is what has saved me this whole time. The past 5 years have been, you know, kind of crazy. And like looking back on them, I was like, wow, he was there every step of the way. There's situations I should not have gotten out of that I did. Like there's things that were kind of crazy. But I finally, I don't know, I looked for answers everywhere but him. And then finally it was just this weird realization one day where it was just like, you've had a father this whole time, like, turn around, he just wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I found a church. I'd been looking for a church, and churches are, hard. It can be hard. I 100% believe that the spirit of religion and Jesus Christ are two very different things.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a place that the Lord really, really spoke to me.
Is it in Uvalde?
It's actually in Utopia. It's called Living Waters Church, and
I love Utopia too.
it's it's a crazy, crazy thing. I mean, it's non-denominational, so like
that was my next question.
Like, as a Catholic kid, I was like, oh,
yeah,
this is crazy. But now, like, you can find me in the front, like, row.
You're worshiping, and you're like
singing.
hands up.
I mean, I'm singing. I'm singing at the top of my lungs for that man, because
and it's crazy.
I mean, it's huge. It's huge to me now. I mean, and it's always been huge. And I am glad that he opened my eyes to realize just how long he's been literally helping me the past 5 years.
It's crazy because he works in such weird ways. And like you said, you strayed for a minute. And I think at that age, it's pretty normal. Sadly, it's pretty normal.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you're just looking at everything.
Yeah, but it's crazy that, I'm sure God put it on your heart, come to Texas. And even though you did stray, like, he knew that you have so much more life ahead of you. And by going through all that, he knew that he was going to reel you back in and become stronger than ever.
100%. My life will be a testimony of just how good he is.
Yeah.
And that's okay with me. And if I'm the only Bible that some of my friends will ever read, I'm down. Like,
I say the same thing.
Just that little bit. I'm never going to shove anything down your throat. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like people like that when I was in that weird time of struggling with my faith and having some spiritual warfare happening.
In some ways, you can say you felt judged if someone did that.
Or like, just, you're pressing this on me. And it needs to be a natural thing. I mean, God will meet you where you are.
Yeah. I think most experiences like that are natural. Mine was natural in a way. I, grew up going to church with my family. My whole entire family is super religious. You can talk to my brother. I love him. He's one of my biggest role models. But yeah, just like my testimony too came so natural. And it wasn't ever like I strayed. I mean, I have, obviously. But it was like a light that opened in my eyes too. I was working a church camp actually. And, just realized like, wow, I've been, big into my faith, but it's time to get serious because, God's so much more. And it just came from working this church camp, and I wasn't old enough technically to be like in one of the higher positions, but it was right before COVID hit. And the owner of this church camp, or the guy over it was called FCA, he pulled me and said, Addy, I need you to be put in this position. And it was where I was staying in a cabin with all of the middle schoolers. I was not supposed to do that yet. I was like a sophomore, junior. Wait, no. When was COVID? I guess I was a senior and sophomore. I was a senior, and you were supposed to be in college to stay in a camp with these younger kids. And, you prepare for everything for like months outside. And he pulled me in day of the camp and said, I need you to do this. And I broke down into tears. I was like, I'm not ready. I prayed about it and
God
prayed about
doesn't
it.
Call the qualified.
Exactly. And I stepped up and I did it. And it just opened my eyes to so much because I got to sit there and teach these kids on my own, not knowing a clue what was going on. And it was awesome. So, and that's really whenever I was like, there's so much more to this. And I thought my faith was strong, and it nowhere near what, it got to or what can be.
I would say that I was gracefully broken, like not to where he didn't want to hurt me, but I needed to learn these lessons, and he just pushed me in a direction where it was about a year ago, 2 years ago, I made a very, very big decision, and it's definitely changed my life. And right after I made that big decision is when he started moving, I could see him moving through my life, and I had that moment in time where I sat down and I thought about my past 5 years and like what I want the rest of my life to look like. And he just came like knocking at my door, and I was just like, okay, cool. Eyes are open. I don't want to lose the fire that I have for him ever again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's huge. It's huge for me. I mean, and that's what most of my arm is for all these tattoos. It's definitely, it's fine.
It's really like who you are and who you've grown.
I mean, all of my tattoos are a part of my story, but I've got the Sacred Heart on my arm, and then my favorite verse, Romans 8:18, the pain that you are feeling now cannot compare to the joy that you will have later. And that is something that I have to hold on to always. I think everybody should write it down.
Sorry, he said pause.
And you didn't pause. You still looked at me.
I was sorry.
No,
I hit
it
it.
fell. You're good.
I was like, I smacked it. I talk with my hands. It was terrible. I'm sorry.
Talk to me really quick. You talk.
Okay,
Blah,
I'm
blah,
talking to you, and
blah,
I'm
blah.
sorry that I would talk with my hands.
No, I do too. That's why I'm glad I have this.
Yeah.
I've been gripping it.
Oh,
30. Did it?
Yeah, Jordyn, I think, your story is amazing, and everyone has such a unique story too. But yeah, God just works in such weird ways, and he's just such
he's
a
a real cool guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I like that guy.
So what's your advice for someone going through their own season of waiting?
I'm gonna just put it pretty quick. And my pastor actually put this in my brain. I don't think he knows that it imprinted so deeply. But he said, "What does a waiter do when you go to a restaurant? What does
They
a waiter
serve
do?
people.
They serve you. So what do you need to do in your waiting season? You need to serve him. A waiter serves,
That just
and
gave me
everything
chills, yeah.
everything else will come."
That is such great advice, honestly, and I'm glad that stuck with you because it's so true.
Oh, I mean, like, it was huge. And like every once in a while when I need to like rein myself in because I'm getting ahead of myself
Mm-hmm.
and I'm getting ahead of his plan, I'm like, okay, wait, I'm waiting. I need to serve.
Yeah.
And I'll have that moment where I'm like, okay, I need to open my Bible, or I need to go talk to my dad upstairs because I need to serve. I need to calm down, take a step back,
Yeah.
just serve.
That's the way to get through life, honestly. And the fact that you can recognize when that's happening is so amazing too.
I mean, yeah, truly comparison is the thief of joy, and I think this generation, we just want things right now, and we want to be successful right now, and everything needs to
comes
happen
with time
right
now.
now, and it's that instant gratification, and God's just like, hey, stand still, wait a
Deep
minute,
breath.
like, let me
He has a plan.
do something here, and you have to allow him to, like, you need to give him that space to work in your life.
Yeah. So you call yourself a traveler. What has been your favorite trip so far? That's kind of like a change of subject.
Yeah,
sorry.
no, you're good. That was cool. I was actually just talking to my mom about this on the way. I went everywhere the past 5 years. California to San Luis Obispo.
Mhm.
That was a great time. Made some cool friends. Rode the horses on the beach. And that stuff is like real, like, where else have I been? I went to Alabama. I've been down to South Padre. I met my mom down in South Padre.
Yep.
She'd never been. That's probably the farthest south that woman's ever been, I think. I don't know. Sorry, Mom.
Have you been out of the country?
I have not. No, I would love to. I'd love to get a passport. I've got a cousin down in Mexico that wants me to visit, but I just,
love
I'm
Mexico.
busy. I forget.
Like we talked about earlier, you're a businesswoman and you're busy and you're really focused on work right now. So I completely get it.
Yeah, I just forget. If I didn't have my head on my shoulders, I forget that too.
So how does travel inspire your creativity?
I think it's cool to see what the rest of the world is doing and like kind of see, just how similar places are, but also like what everything has to offer. I haven't ventured very far on the East Coast, but I've covered just about everything on the West Side, and I think it's good to know more. I think the more you know, the more creative you can be.
Yeah. And it's more inspiring and
Yeah.
all the things. Yeah. Where's one place you still dream of going? Well, besides Mexico, of course.
Like, been there already or want to go?
Either. The first thing that pops into your mind.
Well, the first thing that popped into my mind was South Dakota. I love it there. That's probably where my little soul lives, in the Black Hills. It's the most beautiful place on earth, and people from home know. But other than that, man, I'd like to go everywhere, but Scotland would be cool.
Scotland would be...
Right?
Wait, that was so random. Yeah, Scotland would be awesome.
Scotland would be cool. It's very green.
I've
over
never
there.
been there. Maybe we can take a trip.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
You know.
I like Italy too.
Yeah, Spain.
Yeah. All the places.
Museum of Del Prado. That would be cool.
So what's something you're really excited about coming up this next year?
In this next year, there's a lot of things that are coming up for
I guess
me.
if there's any you are allowed to talk about.
One huge thing is we're getting ready for the second South Texas Showdown. It's a roping down in Uvalde that my boss has put on, and I've had the opportunity to help with, and that's really exciting. I mean, I'm excited to see how that roping goes this year. I mean, we have the top 35 in the world, some of the top teams, team ropers.
That's huge.
Breakaway, calf roping, steer roping, all of it. I mean, and we have some of the greatest people on the committee, and it's just really a joy to be a part of it. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's in October, and
That seems super exciting, super fun.
no, it is. It's definitely one of my highlights. I'm excited to see how it goes this year.
Are there any dream brands or projects you'd love to work with?
Oh, I think that's a loaded question because
Really
there's
is.
so many.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I really like to work with brands that really stay true to me. It's kind of hard to, promote something that you're not 100% with. But
I agree with
I
that.
love like Lane Boots. I love their boots. Love their boots. Have loved their boots. Felt so blessed when I finally got my first pair.
Yeah.
I've worked kind of with Kimes before, so that was fun.
I love Kimes. And Land Boots.
But I mean, you could keep going, American Hats. Love
Yeah, the
their
list
hats,
goes on.
You know what I mean? It just like there's so much, and I could never finish the list. There's just so many. There's a
Just
lot
keeps
going on.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, that 5-year plan they ask you about all the time, it
Yeah.
changes every time.
Honestly, if you were to ask me that question, I'd sit there and say, yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, like, ideally, I have my business going and it's running and it's successful, and I'm probably a little further north, probably around the area, probably getting back into the swing of things with roping and riding and being a little cowboy. I mean, ideally,
Yeah.
or maybe I'm walking down a runway. Who knows? But
Maybe
somewhere
both.
along
You never
the
know.
lines,
At least,
somewhere in there.
yeah. So the place that you wanted or dreamed of going to, you said South Dakota?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see yourself there in 5 years or no? Just like here? No.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever live in the north again.
Mhm.
I think I might stay in Texas. I don't know.
I think you should. We can be besties.
I think ideally I want to snowbird. I want to buy some property or have some property up there and go there in the summer and come here in the winter.
Sounds like a
Best
great
of both
plan to me.
worlds.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So to wrap up this episode, this has been so great getting to know you.
I
You're
know,
very
we
authentic.
could just talk forever.
We really could.
We could
But
just- yeah.
my producer might get
Sorry.
mad at us. Maybe we can go have a beer or something after this and talk.
There we go.
But
Espresso
Yeah, no, you're-
martini, anyone?
oh my gosh, I actually have espresso martini pajamas. You just spoke my language.
Okay, I love it.
gosh. I'm being so serious.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, no, you're so authentic. I really loved getting to know you. Like I said, I think we're gonna be besties. It's gonna be awesome.
No, I love this.
So we're gonna end this with some rapid fire questions.
Okay, go. Get me.
Starting off, go to coffee order.
I got this right in the bag, and if you would have told me I ordered this before, I would have said liar. But a venti iced vanilla chai with three blonde shots of espresso, three blonde shots of espresso, and then whatever that cold foam stuff.
Love cold foam, like
Right.
the vanilla.
Yeah,
sweet
I
cream
think
cold foam.
that stuff they put on the top.
I'm guessing you go to Starbucks.
Yep,
Okay, my girl.
it's a problem.
Okay, boots or hats, if you had to choose, or heels.
It's hard. I mean, I love my boots. I just, had to step out in these today.
I'm so glad you did. Like I said, I'm so obsessed.
Yeah. But probably my boots. I mean, I wear a lot of hats, but probably my boots.
Mhm.
I'm going to put the whole outfit around those puppies.
Okay. What song are you playing on repeat right now?
Darn. Honestly, South Side of Sanity by what's his name? Zach Top.
I love Zach Top. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. That's a good one.
I think it's the best one he's probably wrote
Mm-hmm.
so
I think I
far.
have to agree with that.
Yeah.
One fashion accessory you can't live without.
My jewelry. If I don't have my jewelry, I'm so naked.
I was gonna say I feel naked
oh
without.
no! Like
my
if
rings.
I don't, if
Wait,
I don't
say
have
naked
my
again?
rings on, naked.
Thank the Lord. Everyone makes fun of me for how I say that. They're like, Addy, it's naked. No, it's not.
No, I mean, I'm
Mm-mm, it's
naked if I don't have my jewelry on.
Yeah.
No. I mean, earrings at the most. You know, if I
have
don't
so
have
many ear
anything,
piercings.
earrings.
Yeah. Dream photo shoot location.
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably the Tetons would be fun.
The what?
The Tetons up in Wyoming.
That's why I didn't know what that
Big
is.
mountain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you learn something new every day, Addy, huh?
It's beautiful.
I guess I'm gonna have to go.
You're gonna have to look it up, friend.
I will. Absolutely. Anyways, well, Jordyn, again, thank you so much for driving down here for the weekend to sit down and chat with me and everybody who's watching. We've really, really enjoyed you on the Cowgirl Closet.
I love
And I
that.
can't wait to follow you around and see, where you go from
Yeah, y'all just stay tuned. There's more happening.
Heck yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Jordyn.
Thank y'all for having me.
Well, once again, this has been another absolutely amazing episode of the Cowgirl Closet podcast. I really enjoyed getting to sit down and talk with Jordyn. She's so authentic, so sweet, so kind. I really respect her and everything that she's been through. She is absolutely an amazing girl, and I really hope that we can sit down and talk with her again. Thank you to everyone watching. This has been an amazing episode of the Cowgirl Closet podcast. We are a worldwide branch production brought to you by Mule Alley. You can explore Mule Alley's curated collection of tastemakers, artisans, and trailblazers from anywhere. Simply download the free Fort Worth Stockyards app at the Apple Store or Google Play. I also want to say thank you to our friends at AB Lino for allowing us to film in their beautiful and custom boutique in downtown Fort Worth. They truly align with our podcast by helping everyone wear their story. And lastly, thank you to Fort Worth Camera for helping us solve all of our lighting and camera needs. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, once again, Addy Ford, and I will see you where the ranch meets the runway.